Hello, everybody. Welcome to Games of the Week, Adaptive Floor Hockey Games of the Week. As always, I'm Caden. We've got Reese here, and let's get ready for another great week of adaptive floor hockey in Minnesota here. Yeah? All right. Starting off week 6 with Monday. We only have non-conference matchups here in the non-game of the week. Non-games of the week. Starting off, we've got Moorhead taking on North Tartan at North Tartan. Now, let me get my notes up here. I should have done this beforehand, but you know me, I don't exactly think of these things. The Spuds, 3-2, plus 17 goals differential. North Tartan, 2-4, dash 9 goals differential. Also, sorry if you hear this, plastic thing banging. My chair broke the other day, so I'm trying to get my armrest to stay in place. It's not working, if you can tell, or if you can't tell. But anyway, Moorhead at North Tartan. Now, I don't know. I just think Moorhead's gonna. I don't know. I just think North Tartan doesn't have the star power to compete with Aiden Lucian and the Spuds.
I mean, common opponents, St. Cloud, right?
Yeah.
North Tartan played 11-5, and Moorhead. Let me look here.
I believe it
Northwest.
was 9-7.
Yep, 9-7.
Both teams lost that game, by the
Yep,
way.
because St. Cloud is undefeated at 4-0.
Yep.
4-0.
So yeah, I mean, right now I see Moorhead taking this one. I'm gonna say I think it's gonna be a pretty big differential. I'm gonna say 11-3.
Wow. That's a
I
big
think Aiden
result
Lucian's
there.
just gonna get like 9 goals.
He very well could. But then again, you have to remember it is a. I think it's a three and a
It's
half
a
hour
long
bus
bus
ride
ride. That is true,
that the
but
Spuds are dealing with. So maybe their legs will be tired for the first few minutes. I think they'll play behind for a little bit, but I do think Moorhead will pull it out. So I'm gonna say 9-4.
okay, that's respectable. Moving on, we've got Centennial Spring Lake Park taking on the undefeated St. Cloud Crush up in St. Cloud. Now, I'm looking at my notes here. I've got Centennial at 3-4.
These two teams did play in soccer. St. Cloud won 11-3,
Yep,
but that doesn't. I don't know if that really means anything.
not
Oops.
necessarily, no.
Um.
I see you took a screenshot accidentally, but that's fine.
Yeah. Um.
I just got a notification on my phone that Reese took a screenshot on Snapchat. So, you know, just one extra picture, I mean, it happens.
None of that has anything to do with what we
No,
are
I just
talking about.
wanted to say something like that. I saw the
No.
notification and I had to say something.
Fair enough.
So, yeah, I mean, Centennial going up to play St. Cloud. I almost said Moorhead. Jesus. No, Centennial going up to face St. Cloud. I don't know. I just see St. Cloud. Uh, I see St. Cloud coming out on top, and I don't know. As for the score, I'm just gonna say 10-0 to keep it nice. I haven't seen much out of Centennial this year.
I mean, they got blown out by Anoka 7-2. So I mean, I that's kind of really all that needs to be said. But none of their losses have been relatively close. Besides that 8-2 versus Moorhead. I mean, you are 2-6 with a. What is your goal differential?
Wait, sorry.
Two
What?
and six with a -54.
We talking about Centennial?
I was talking about Anoka, but
Oh, okay.
Centennial is 3-4 with a -18, and
Yes.
they are 15th in the power rankings. Golly,
Yep.
English is hard for me at the moment. Is there anything else?
No, not necessarily. Unless if you want to make a prediction or.
Yeah, I'll make a prediction. I think St. Cloud wins, but by how much? Do you have a spread?
No, I haven't made those.
Okay. I'll say 10-2.
Okay. That's valid. Moving on, we've got the Knights at Hawks. Now, if this was week 1, this would be a game of the week. Unfortunately, we just haven't seen anything out of the Hawks. We just haven't seen that fire, you know? I mean, yes, they had that win over Owatonna, but it's Owatonna. So, I mean, yeah, they're 1-5. Like, they haven't had much going for them in floor hockey. Plus, they do have a target on their back since they won in soccer. They won the adapted soccer state tournament. So, yes, they've got that target on their backs. Yes, they're 1-5. And they're facing who we believe to be the number 2 team in the state right now, in Mankato, who are 5-0. I mean, everything's pointing to the Knights just winning this.
I mean, yeah, I watched 2 of the Hawks games. I watched the Lakeville one, and I also watched the Owatonna one in person. But
Yep.
the Lakeville one, they had some quality chances, but they just couldn't finish. Like,
Yeah.
that goalie was just playing great. 44 saves, 45 saves. I think is what I read from the Blazing Cats.
Sounds about right, yeah.
Um, and then yeah, obviously you have that win versus Owatonna, but that doesn't really mean anything when Owatonna's 1-7 with a dash like 70 goals differential.
-78 is what I have.
Dash 78, yeah. And I mean, yeah, Mankato, they've been an absolute wagon. I mean, the Knights are definitely looking to get some revenge after last year's meeting between the two when they had the lead, and then the Hawks stormed back in the third and took it 7-4.
Yep. That was a
You
great
and I
game
were
to
both there
watch,
for
yeah.
that game.
That was a great game to watch. Yeah, and I am planning on being in Hope Fieldhouse for this game as well. I will be stationed behind the net. I'm always behind the Knights net, and the reason for that is there's no netting over there. So if a puck gets out of play over there, I pick it up, give it to the refs. It's a nice little thing to have, just in case a puck goes out of bounds there. So yeah, I am planning on being there. Um, as for predictions, I just see the Knights I don't know. I don't know if the Hawks are going to be able to get a goal on Tokheim. I still don't know how to say his name. Um, I do think they will get at least one, maybe even two. But at the same time, I just see the Knights getting like 8. So I'm gonna say 8-2. I'm gonna say 8-2.
I mean, yeah. I mean, Mankato's been great. Offense has been good. Defense has been good. I mean, they've won some close games. So if this game's close, I believe Mankato can pull it out and win. But I mean, yeah, I haven't really seen much from the Hawks offense as to what they can do against the top two team in the states. I mean, yes, you put up 9 against South Wash. Yes, you put up 4 on the number 1 team in New Prague, and yeah, but Mankato's different. I mean, they're a wagon this year. I mean, I'm expecting a similar result. I'm going to say 9-1. I
Okay,
feel like I
that's fair. Yeah, 9-1 is fair. I definitely see a couple of different players getting in on the action for Mankato. Um, as for the Hawks, I think the 2 goals are going to come from Remington Benedict and Nolan St. Sauveur. Those are who's going to get the 2 goals in my prediction, is what I'm going to say. I'm mostly saying Remington Benedict because I flippin' love that name. Anyways, moving on. Game of the week. We've got St. Paul Humboldt Hawks taking on Minneapolis. Now, this is a lower ranked game. I mean, right now we've got them as 8th and 9th in the PI division, which is the bottom 2. But that means that this is one of the very, very few games in the PI division that has playoff implications.
Excuse me. God.
If these 2 teams end up being the bottom 2 teams in the PI division, that means the winner of this game gets home court advantage in their playoff game. And the winner of that game gets the right to be demolished by Brainerd. But we don't talk about that until we get there. So, yeah, I mean, it's a lower ranked game. 9 versus 8. Minneapolis is 0-3 with a -20. St. Paul Humboldt is 0-2 with a -19. We just haven't seen anything out of these 2 teams. So, I mean, if Minneapolis wins, it is a possibility that they jump above Robbinsdale for that 7 spot. If they lose, they're down to 9, obviously, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Maybe the Hawks can pull off an upset here, but I just don't see it happening. I'm gonna say Minneapolis by a score of 6-1.
Yeah, I mean, these are probably the only 2 teams I know nothing. Well, 2 of the 3 or 4 teams I know nothing about in the PI division. I mean, Robbinsdale and Rochester and Anoka being the other 2, but yeah, I mean, I think Minneapolis takes it. I mean, Humboldt hasn't scored a goal.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think Minneapolis takes it. I think they get a touchdown and they get the extra point.
Oh, wow.
7-0.
7-0. Wow. Not even stop time. Dang.
Nope.
All right. Well, with that, let's flip on over to Tuesday. Starting off, PI division. we've got the Rochester Raiders taking on the South Suburban Flyers in South Suburban. Now, this could be a trap game for the Flyers. I'm not going to lie. Flyers are 3-4, -6. Raiders are 2-2, also -6. Both teams have played Brainerd. Both teams have lost to Brainerd. Any other common opponents?
Rochester, South Suburban, Maple Grove.
Have they both played Maple Grove? I know South Suburban has because of the tournament, and they had a game against them before. But yes, because Rochester's first game was against Maple Grove.
Okay, so Rochester's played Maple Grove, Anoka, Minneapolis, Brainerd. South Suburban, where are they? South Suburban. Nope, that's Anoka.
I love misclicking.
South Suburban. Humboldt, Maple Grove, Dakota, Maple Grove again, Brainerd, Dakota again, Robbinsdale.
Okay, so is it just Maple Grove then and Brainerd?
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean there you go. But if I remember correctly, South Suburban did play Maple Grove close the first time they played, 10-7.
Yep.
When the Raiders played Maple Grove, it was 10-4.
Yep.
So, and what was the second game between South Suburban and Maple?
9-2.
9-2. Oof. It's a tough loss. I don't know. This one could be a trap game for the Flyers, but I do think the Flyers will end up with the win. I am going to say 6-4. I think South Suburban gets too late to win it. Actually, no. I'm still going 6-4, but I don't think they get too late. I think they get 6 before the end of the second, because Rochester is a very much a late game team. From what we remember, from what I remember, they've always been a late game team.
Not in floor hockey. They've always been an early game team.
Oh, really?
At least when they played against us, remember, like they were up like 3-0 or 3-1 last year.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, in floor hockey.
9-4,
Okay, so then
years ago, it was 3-0, and then we won like 12-6 or something.
So then, yeah, I'll go with my original prediction then, where South Suburban gets too late to win it. 6-4.
I mean, yeah, South Suburban really a surprise, and Rochester, even with Michael and Ned, hasn't looked too bad from what I've seen, or from what I've seen from the scores. Let me look here. Rochester. I mean, yeah, they haven't looked bad. I mean, yes, your losses, you've given up double digits, but those, you have to remember those are against the top 2 teams in the state, in Maple Grove, Osseo-Park Center, and Brainerd. For the Flyers, I mean, same story. Lost to Maple Grove twice, and they lost to Brainerd. So there's some commonality there.
Yes, they did have that loss to Dakota United as well, but they were missing a player there. So want to make a prediction or just want to move on?
Yeah, I'll make a prediction. I will say at Kennedy or at South Suburban. So I will say, I'll say 4-3 Flyers.
Oh, wow. Okay. I like it. Moving on, we've got Maple Grove taking on Dakota United at Hope Fieldhouse. But their first game was, what was it, 9-2?
10-1.
10-1. Oof. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
the Crimson, I mean, come on, you've got Evan, you've got Lincoln, you've got Ben, you've got,
Oh my gosh.
what's his name in net?
Rashid.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm just seeing this right now. That's brutal. We'll get to Maple Grove has 2 games of this week. We'll get to that second game in a minute here, but oh, that is
Yeah.
brutal. You know what I'm talking about,
I
but
know
for
exactly what you're talking about, yeah.
yeah. I mean, the Hawks, I'm gonna shine some light here. I mean, I did watch the Brainerd game. Yes, it was 8-1. Yes, hey, there were some bright spots in that game.
Absolutely.
Most definitely, Steph Nora. She was
Yeah.
going out there being aggressive. I mean, she almost stopped a Anelson goal. I mean, she got out there. She just didn't get her stick on the puck or didn't get in front of it. But she was in the right position for the most part. And she was battling in the corners too. So there's some props there. And then in net too, you got Bennett Herman, just absolute stud.
Oh, yeah.
We love Bennett, don't we,
We love
Caden?
Bennett. We love Bennett. I wish he could have gotten a goal. He was so close to getting a goal against South Suburban all those years ago, but dang it.
Shout out Bennett if you're somehow stumble upon this or watch this. I mean, yeah, I mean, I see this game going a little bit better than the first one, but then again, it's still Maple Grove. You still have Lincoln, you still got Ben, you still have Evan. I mean, I'll say I think the Hawks get at least 3, but I still think they let up maybe 9 or 10. So I'll say 10-3.
Fair enough. Yeah, as Reese highlighted, I do believe there were some bright spots in the Brainerd game. Um, yeah, as for the prediction, yeah, I just think the Crimson are gonna roll to a 9-2 win. I mean, I think Jay gets one, and I think Dylan gets one for the Hawks. I think it's gonna be the two like actual goal scorers for the Hawks getting them. Crimson, all I know is Lincoln's getting a double hattie.
More than likely, yeah. I mean, there's just no offense for the Hawks. I mean, when there's no 65 out there, when there's no 92, there's no 5, there's no 25 on the back end. Like, where does the offense come from now compared to last year and all those years ago? It's got to come from Jay and Dylan and then other sources. Who are those other sources? I don't know.
I think
And
Steph Noor is going to be one of them very soon, but I hate to say it, but I don't think she's quite there yet. I think she will get there.
She's got 1 year left.
Yeah,
Next year's
which
the last
is
year.
unfortunate, but what can you do, right?
Right.
Yeah, anyway, I say we just move on. Anoka Hennepin Mustangs at St. Paul Humboldt. Now, St. Paul Humboldt will be on the back end of a back-to-back. And yeah, I mean, unless if they score at least one against Minneapolis prior to this game, they would have 0 goals. They have not scored all year. They have not scored in any of their games. Anoka Hennepin has looked actually decent. They're 2-2 -6. Or wait, no, that's Rochester. Sorry, they're 2-3 with a -18. Um, sorry, I was looking at the wrong team there. Oops. Yeah, I just see Anoka taking this one. I'm gonna go into a quick prediction. I'm just gonna say 8-0. I don't think the Humboldt Hawks will. I just haven't seen offense. I need to see some offense before I can start saying that they're gonna score a goal. I hate to say it like that, but that's how it is.
I'll be nice and I'll give them one. I'll
That's fair.
say 7 or 8-1.
8-1. Okay, fair
Yep.
enough. Moving on, no game of the week. It is just those 3 games on Tuesday, by the way. Only PI games on Tuesday. So, yeah, let's just move on to Wednesday. Starting off, we've got a PI game, South Suburban Flyers at Anoka Hennepin Mustangs. And again, both teams on the back end of a back-to-back. Yeah, we've already talked about. Well, we don't know much about Anoka Hennepin. But we do know a thing or two about the Flyers, and that's that the Flyers. I mean, JJ Morgan, JJ is great. I don't remember if I said this in my previous video, but I have never seen somebody break Jay's ankles like I saw JJ.
You did, but might as well say it again.
I am a bit suspect of their defense, but I do think they can overcome it with overwhelming offense. I'm going to say 9-5. I think they're going to work a 9-5, and I think Flyers are going to win it by that score.
I'm gonna say Mustangs 6, Flyers 9.
Okay. Fair enough. Moving on, CI Northeast, we've got Moundsview, Irondale, Roseville taking on Stillwater, Matamidi in Stillwater, and I mean, I went to the last game. I went to the Moundsview, Irondale, Roseville against Stillwater at home, and Stillwater just it. How do I say this?
From what you were telling me, it was almost like self-inflicting wounds where Moundsview was almost kind of hurting themselves in a way with like screening your own goalie and like just some other mental mistakes that really should not have been made.
Yeah, I do not think Moundsview's
Am I saying that right, or am I just making stuff up?
No, you're absolutely right. I don't think Moundsview defense is good. But I don't think Moundsview offense is that bad. And I think Moundsview's goalie is really good, but it's the defense letting down the goalie. I think their last game was a lot closer than what the scoreboard said. The scoreboard said 8-0. And honestly, if Stillwater Matamidi had just a different goalie in net, it easily could have been 8-6. So, with that in mind, I'm sorry. I think Stillwater's goalie is just too good for this Rams offense. They can't lift the puck. I did not see them lift the puck one time, except for when they not pulled their goalie, but like put a different goalie in and brought the goalie that they had in the entire time, their starting goalie, out on offense. He's the only guy on the team that can lift the puck.
Is Stillwater's goalie a stand-up, or are they...
Butterfly. Well, they're a hybrid.
Okay. So, mostly stand up but drop to the butterfly if need be. Got it.
So yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be the same story. I'm honestly going to go the same scoreline, 8-0. I just don't see the Rams' offense being able to put one in on the Stillwater goalie, unless they put their starting goaltender in on offense.
Yeah, I mean, I I honestly don't even know. It's like that's just that just doesn't win you games. I feel like not being able to lift the puck. You got to be able to lift the puck with some like competency. I feel like, and I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm expecting the same thing. I'm not going to be a broken record here and just like repeat like what you said. So I'm just going to make my prediction. Say 5-0.
All right, fair enough. Moving on to the CI Southeast, we've got some Southern games on the market too. We got South Suburban Jets taking on the Dakota United Hawks at Hope Fieldhouse. And I don't know, I just think the Jets, the Jets are really good. They're a good team. Yes, they had a little bit of a tough streak going, but I still think the Jets are a really good team. Dakota United, on the other hand, I haven't seen enough from them. I do think they are a really good team as well. The problem is they haven't shown it. They haven't shown that they're a good team. They're 1-5 for Pete's sake. They're probably
They
gonna
have
be.
potential.
Oh,
You
absolutely.
just you just gotta figure it out. Like, I mean, yeah, I'm looking at that previous score. It was 8-2 Jets.
Yeah. I do think Dakota United is going to get some more looks now that they've kind of gotten into hockey season vibes. But I still think the
Maybe a
Jets are
little
going to
bit of that
win.
state championship hangover affected them for the first like month and a half.
Yeah.
But
I'm sorry, go
I
ahead.
think it's too late. I think it's too late. I just don't see them doing much.
Yeah, I'm going to say Jets win 9-4.
All right. I mean, yeah, I'll say Jets win. I'll go 6-2.
Okay. It's respectable. Moving on to the CI Southwest, we've got the Southern Stars taking on the New Prague Trojans. I forgot to write Trojans down. Oops. That's fine. Have these two played?
I don't think so, but maybe they have.
While you're getting that up, the Trojans are 6-0. They've got a plus
Wait,
47.
Southern Stars and Newport? Yes, they have. Yes, they have. My bad. I don't know what I was thinking. Southern's. Okay, never mind. 12-6 Southern
That's
or
right.
New Prague won. God, English is hard at 11:30.
Yeah, we record these pretty late. Um, we've got some other things during the day, and I wanted to watch football today, and yeah, we were just on a call with another one of our friends, and he's a bit of a foul mouth, so don't really want him on a video where we try to be as clean as possible. It's difficult for us too, don't get me wrong, but we try to keep it as clean as possible. Anyways, that has nothing to do with this. As I said, Trojans are 6-0 plus 47. Southern Stars are 2-5 with a -3. And yeah, I mean the Trojans won their last one 12-6 against the same team. I think the Southern Stars have gotten better over the season. And I mean, after their games against New Prague, yes, they lost, or not New Prague, Mankato. Yes, they lost both of them, but at the same time, yes, it was very close.
It was
So,
by a combined 3 goals.
So with that in mind, I'm gonna say 8-5, 9-6, 9-6. Final answer.
It's at.
It's at New Prague.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, I guess I could have looked at the screen. I was looking at the schedule. I was like, "Where's that?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's at New Prague." I mean, depending on how long of a bus ride it is, I mean, could affect the Southern Stars, could not. Who knows? But I mean, yeah, I think it's gonna be the same. But I'm gonna say 13, 13-8.
Okay, I like it. I like it. Moving on, we've got the Mankato Knights taking on Minnetonka Wayzata. This is our first, oh dear God, game. I believe their last one was 21-1, 21-0.
21-0.
Yeah, there's just not much to say. I mean, Mankato's Mankato, and Minnetonka hasn't won a game.
Have mercy, Mankato,
And
if any of your players, coaches are watching this, just have mercy.
I will say, I if
Do
there's
what you
one,
did against Robbinsdale and make it 11-0. That's respectable.
yeah, if there's one team that I have faith in having mercy, it's Mankato. I do think they would have mercy on a team that is in a game that's a mismatch. I think they will be one of the better teams at having mercy. Um, I don't think they're going to be what Lakeville, Burnsville, Farmington was at the beginning of the season. Um, but at the same time, you don't want to just stop playing. And this is exactly what my coach told me in the Special Olympics poly hockey tournament that I was in. You don't want to disrespect the other team by just stop playing, right? So, like, you know, give the new kids a chance to play. Uh, put some good players back on defense and tell them to just keep it in the zone or pass the puck. That's always a good skill to have. Making sure that you're not just running up the score. So I have faith in Mankato to do that. I'm not going to make a prediction for this one because I still think it's going to be a lot to nothing. But yeah, my philosophy has always been, unless if a goal is needed, get a hattie and then pass the puck. Right? Get your hat trick and then start passing the puck. If a bad roll happens, a bad roll happens. There's nothing much you can do about that. If you're on defense and you're just trying to keep it in the zone, and all of a sudden, you accidentally put it on net and it goes in, nothing much you can do about that. You can just say, I was just trying to keep the zone, sorry about that, That happens. That happened to me in my Special Olympics tournament. So, yeah, I guarantee you they will have mercy. Yes, the first game was 21-0. That's not going to happen again. It's going to be 15-0 at the most. At the absolute most, it's going to be 15-0. And I have full faith in Mankato to fulfill my expectations on that. With that out of the way, let's move on to the games of the week. Starting off, we've got Brainerd Warriors taking on Maple Grove, top two teams in the PI division. Yes, they have played before. Yes, it was 9-2, but game's in Maple Grove again. Yes, Brainerd has that system in place. Yes, they're 9-0 with a plus 75 goals differential. Maple Grove's 5-1 with a plus 29. These are the top two teams in the PI division. This very well could be a state championship preview. I think Maple Grove is one of the few teams, probably the only team, honestly, that has a chance of scoring consistently on Brainerd. So, with that in mind, I still think Brainerd's going to win, well, I shouldn't say unfortunately, but I still think Brainerd's going to win. Um, I'm going to say... I'm going to say 8-3. I think Lincoln's going to get a hat trick against Brainerd, which is a tall task. Against Andrew Cargill and the Warriors, that is a tall task to even get one. But I think Lincoln can pull off a Hattie.
I mean, yeah. I mean, unless if something happens to the one of the big three for Brainerd, see them. I don't see anything changing. It might be similar results, but I mean, I think Maple Grove figured some things out. They figured like what they're like, and they know like how they can beat them, how they can stop. I think they can shut them down. So with that being said, I'm gonna say I'll say 6-4.
Okay. I like it. I like it. Yeah, I mean, Brainerd's defense is just so good. I mean, Brainerd is just extremely good. They are the best team in the PI division. There's no doubt about all that. But if there's one
I think
team...
how you stop them is you cover, because they bring up the two defense, right? The center and the defenseman.
Yes.
So they do kind of like what we did. They brought myself or whoever was up there, unless if your name is Samantha Jordheim, and you just stood in the defensive zone and just beat people's shins to a pulp. Yeah. So I think the way you beat them is you take them away, and then you force them to feed it down low, and then you get back and you cover down low.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think the way to beat them is to figure out their system. Because...
Yep. Absolutely.
I've watched them play on Hockey Day Minnesota. Not in person, but, like, over the live stream they had. They have a system in place. But I can't put my finger on what it is.
Yeah, I can't either.
Even if I did know, I wouldn't. Even if I did know, I wouldn't expose it. Just out of respect. But yeah, we'll see what Brainerd can do. We'll see what Maple Grove can do. We'll see what both of these teams can do. Either way, let's move on to our second game of the week from the same day. We've got the Robins at Owatonna. And, I mean, hey, the Robins are coming off of their second win of the season. Owatonna's only got one win on the season. All of these teams' wins have came against the Lakers, Minnetonka-Wayzata. If I remember correctly, Robbinsdale beat them 9-2 and 7-5. Yep. Owatonna beat them 21 to
nothing.
Was it nothing?
Yep.
Now, from what I have seen, because I remember watching the stream between Mankato and Robbinsdale, and obviously me and Reese saw Owatonna live. I think Owatonna has the better goaltender. I think Owatonna has the better center. I think the defense... I think the rest of the players could go either way, so I'm just gonna say Owatonna. I'll say 11-1. I don't think it's gonna be necessarily close. This is just here for a lower ranked battle in the CI division. We already had one in the PI division. There's not much to talk about either of these two teams, but at the same time, we wanted to get them some representation, maybe get people out to Owatonna High School to watch them play the Robins, because I think this is going to be one of their few wins on the season. Reese, anything?
Well, not that I can think of. I mean, it's in Owatonna. It's a far drive. I mean, I just haven't really seen much, although the Owatonna goalie impressed me, but and again, I don't know. So I'll say it's a close one. I'll say like 6, or I'll say 10-7.
Okay. Fair enough. I assume Owatonna win?
Yes.
Okay. Fair enough. Moving on, we've got Maple Grove taking on St. Cloud. Now, this is this is part one of the Northwest Championship here. The winner of this game, their chances of going on to the state tournament go up exponentially. St. Cloud 4-0, undefeated. Maple Grove 5-1, undefeated in conference play. This could be a very good game, considering their scores against Moorhead, 10-6 and 9-7 respectfully. There is a slight advantage to Maple Grove. However, I am going to say that St. Cloud keeps their hot streak alive. I'm going to give St. Cloud the win. I'm going to say 9-8.
I mean, again, a couple teams I know nothing about, but some common opponents include STMA, Moorhead, obviously, Anoka, anybody else that I'm missing?
No, I think that's about it. No, that has to be it, because, yeah, that's it.
North. No. Grove. Well, that's it. Yep, just the conference opponents. I mean, in St. Cloud, if I don't feel obligated to be speaking about this, but if what happened with STMA in St. Cloud happens with Maple Grove in St. Cloud, I think St. Cloud ends up winning. But if that doesn't happen and it's a fair game, I think Maple Grove wins.
That is a valid take. That is extremely valid right there. With that, let's move on to the fourth game of the week for Wednesday's games. We've got the Blazing Cats taking on South Washington Thunderbolts. This is going to be a good game right here. This is going to be a very good game. If you remember their last game, 9-8 win for the Thunderbolts in overtime. Now it's a home game for the Thunderbolts. It's at the Thunderdome, as we like to call it. Can the Thunderbolts win again? Can the Blazing Cats pull one out on the road? Could it be a tie? And these two teams are both highly ranked. We've got South Washington at third with a 6-1 record plus 35 goals differential. Lakeville, Burnsville, Farmington, they're 6-2 with a plus 96 goals differential. Reese, I'm going to let you make your prediction first.
I'm typing up other things right now, but oh wow, this is like, what's the best way to describe it here? it's like a heavyweight fight, just
Oh yeah.
like punch for punch, pound for pound. Two of the best teams in the state. Like you said, number 3 versus number 4. It was 9-8 last time. It went into overtime. I think it's gonna be a tie. I'm gonna say 10-10.
Okay. You know what? Here's my take. I think the Thunderbolts won on the road. Blazing Cats are going to be hungry. They want to pounce. They want this win. I still think it goes into overtime again. I think their second game is also going to go into overtime. But I think it's going to be flipped. I think the Blazing Cats are going to win in a slightly lower scoring game. I'm going to say 8-7 Blazing Cats.
Sorry, what'd you say? 8-7?
8-7 Blazing Cats. Yep.
All right.
With that, we move on to Thursday. Starting off, we've got the Robins versus Dakota United Hawks in the PI division. Now, we talked about this in soccer as well, but this is one of the greatest rivalries in the PI division. These two teams are all-time teams. If you just look at their resumes from the past, what is it now, 30 years? Over 30 years? Because 93, 94, so yeah, just over 30 years. These two teams have met in the state championship game a lot. The specifics are in our, I think it was week 5 soccer video. It was either week 4 or week 5. But yeah, these two teams have a lot of state championships. These are the two most historic teams in the PI division. With that said, neither team is in one of the top 2 spots for the first time in a while. So, with that being said, I don't think the Robins are as good as they were a few years back, obviously, when they made the state championship. Dakota United obviously isn't as good as they were just last year when they made the state championship. So, with all that being said, I do think the Hawks still have the better team, as of right now. So, I'm going to say Dakota United wins 8-3 unless if the Robins forfeit again, which I hope they don't. I really hope they play.
I mean, yeah, Jay Bama. That's really all that needs to be said. I mean, can they stop him? Can they stop the wraparounds? I'm going to say no. I think he gets at least 2 off a wraparound.
Okay.
And I think the Hawks win 10-1.
Now, do you think Jay breaks the Eastview scoring record? He's 3 away.
That 3 away? Yes, he does.
Okay. He needs 4 to break it, so if he doesn't get shut down after a couple, yeah, I think he also breaks it. I think he will get 4 if they don't shut him down. I mean, he's 3 away from the all-time Eastview scoring record, and now I'm getting scared because once he breaks the Eastview scoring record, what's next? Mine. Because I have 109 goals. Eastview's is 106. Yeah. You think I can stop him? You think teams will let me on the team just to stop Jay Bama?
Probably not.
No, I don't think that's legal, unfortunately. Anyways, moving on. We've got CI Northeast. We've got Centennial Spring Lake Park taking on the Mounds View Irondale Rams. Now, their last game, the Rams won by quite a bit here. I don't remember the exact score. I think it was like 11-3 or something like that.
Something ridiculous like that.
Rams have my cousin on it. I've got faith in him. It's a home game for the Rams. I don't know what Reese is laughing at. I don't think it's this accent I'm doing here now.
I am absolutely laughing at your accent.
Hey, just remember, I do a little bit of voice acting on the side. I can do this accent. I can speak like this if you want me to.
No, no, I don't want that.
Just speak like this for the rest of the video, you know? I mean, yeah, I think Moundsview's gonna take this one. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you all. I'm sorry, y'all. Sorry, I sometimes get into it. I should be doing that for the Southern games. I should be doing the Southern accent for the Southern games, don't you think now? Anyways, yeah, I do think the Rams are going to take this one yet again. All shenanigans aside, yeah, I think the Rams. Yeah, I'm suspect of their defense, but I do think their offense is good, even though they can't really lift the puck all that well. I'm gonna say 12-5.
Well, I mean, it's gonna be the same whether it happens or not. I mean, 14-3, I think it was last time. I think it's gonna be about the same. I think maybe a little bit less. So we'll say 11-5.
Okay, fair enough. Moving on, we've got the North Tartan Polars taking on Stillwater Matamidi Ponies. Now, I believe these two teams have played in the past as well. I'm actually going to get the website up real quick here. If it'll ever load, which sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't.
Who is it? North Tartan and Stillwater?
Yeah, yep.
Yep. They have played. 9-1.
9-1. One of the few teams that have scored a goal on Stillwater, considering they have let up 5 goals this season. They've let up 5 goals this season. They are 7-0. I don't think they're going to let up another goal until at least the state tournament. With that being said, I do think the Polars have a decent offense, but you're not beating this Stillwater goalie. I'm sorry, you're just not. I'm going to say 9-0. 9-0.
I'll say what was it, 9-1 last time? It's gonna be about the same. So 10-0.
10-0.
I don't.
Fair enough.
I hate predicting double-digit blowouts, but if it's a
sometimes
game like
it's gotta
this,
happen.
And it's just gotta happen sometimes.
Moving on to the CI Northwest, we've got Anoka Hennepin Mustangs taking on the St. Cloud Crush. And again, I'm pretty sure these two teams have also played in the past. Well, they're conference rivals. I'm sure they have. Yeah, it's...
What?
13-1 was the final score in their last one. I just don't see it being any different. 12-1. I don't have anything to say. I think we've already said enough about both teams. Yeah, 12-1.
Yeah, it's going to be like that. Like 11-1, 12-1. I don't know.
Yeah. Moving on, non-conference game. We've got the Woo! Okay. STMA Buffalo Monticello Coyotes taking on the White Bear Lake Bears. Now, this game is not going to be close. I am sorry, White Bear Lake.
They're 0-8 with a -50 St. Cloud. Why did I say St. Cloud?
Just happens. Hey, to be fair, they both start with ST.
Yes, but don't know. STMA Buffalo Monticello is 2-3 with a +5.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, English is a struggle.
And if we look at common opponents, we've got the Anoka Hennepin Mustangs. Coyotes beat them 12-0. White Bear Lake Bears lost to them 8-7. So with that in mind, I gotta say 12-0 Yotes.
Yeah, I mean, 14-0. Yeah.
Moving on to the game of the week, featuring the Moorhead Spuds taking on Maple Grove-Osseo-Park Crimson again. We're talking about the Crimson yet again in the game of the week. They have a tough week this week. These two teams have played before. 10-6 was the final up in Moorhead. Now they're going down to Maple Grove. And, I mean, yeah.
They have themselves a time. I mean,
You took my
friendly
joke
faces
away from
everywhere.
me.
Yeah, I mean, Ian Lucian. Can the Crimson shut him down?
On the other side of things, can the Crimson's offense get past their goalie, the Moorhead goalie? I think the answer to will Lucian be shut down? I think the answer is no to that. Can the offense score on Moorhead's goalie? I think the answer is yes to that. I'm going to say this goes into overtime. Actually, I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. At the same time, I think Maple Grove is going to take it 11-10.
I'm going against you here. I'm taking Moorhead.
Okay.
I'm taking Moorhead. I mean, anytime Moorhead's involved in a game of the week, I gotta take them simply because they follow me. The goalie follows me. I mean,
The Spuds are
absolutely
awesome.
love both.
The Spuds
Awesome.
are awesome.
Yeah. With that being said, I mean, it is like a 3.5 hour bus ride. I think their legs will be probably a little dead. I mean, do you have any tips for long bus rides like that?
No, just like, I mean, no, not necessarily. Like, normally sometimes on a longer bus ride, I'll do some leg stretches once we get closer to the place. Um, so yeah, go ahead and do some leg stretches if you want to, if you have the space to. Um, but yeah, normally sometimes I'll just wait until warm-ups to get my legs going.
3 hours, 18 minutes is the fastest route.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's not including traffic.
Not including traffic or stopping. I mean, yeah, I guess just do some stretches, like whether you either when you get there or I'd probably say when you get there because then you have more space.
Yeah, if you do have space on the bus ride, I would recommend like waiting until like 15 minutes before we get there or so. 20-15 minutes before to start doing some little leg stretches. You don't have to, obviously. Just, I mean, if you have the space to, obviously. But yeah, if you don't have the space to, you can absolutely just wait till you get there. But absolutely do some leg stretches prior to the game. Is there anything else we should cover before we end this off here?
Not that I can think of.
Alright, with that, if you need to contact me, please do so at everythingminnesotaadapted@gmail.com or on X, formerly known as Twitter, at allmnadapted, or on Facebook Messenger at everythingminnesotaadapted. You can contact Reese at his Instagram on North Star Adaptive. He does a great job. Please go over there and drop a follow. And yeah, as always, thank you all so much for watching this long video. Well, this one isn't as long as I expected it to be. I thought it was going to say like an hour 30, but no, it only says an hour 5. So, yeah, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, leave a comment, leave a like, leave a subscribe. Yeah, and we will be back for sure this time at the end of the week for power rankings. We're going to start doing those probably every other week from now on. Yeah, that's really it. Thank you all so much, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!